Welcome to this, live, double eviction episode of Big Brother Extreme. Tonight, we will have our first, live, eviction. Then, directly following that, we will start double eviction night. We will have, live, competitions, live, nominations and meetings, and a second house guest, will be evicted, tonight. We don't have any time to waste at all. So let's get started. House guests, guess what? You're probably not going to like what I'm about to reveal, but whatever. Tonight is yet another double eviction night. You are already all aware of the double eviction format and setup. We don't have time to waste, so let's go. House guests, very shortly, each of you will vote to evict either Darshan or Gus. However, Darshan and Gus, this is your last final chance to sway your house guests to keep you in the house. Darshan, you are up first. Gus, you are up next. Okay. House guests, each of you will go into the diary room, in alphabetical order, and cast your vote to evict, live. Scott, as head of household, you are not allowed to vote. The two nominees cannot vote either. Brad, please go to the diary room. Brad, who do you vote to evict? Chantel, who do you vote to evict? Dylan, who do you vote to evict? It's official, Darshan has been evicted from the house. But let's see how the rest of the house voted. Miles, who do you vote to evict? Neil, who do you vote to evict? House guests, once I reveal the votes, the evicted house guest must immediately say their goodbyes, and walk out of the front door. By a unanimous vote, Darshan, you have been evicted, from the Big Brother house. Let's hear it, for Darshan. Darshan, are you surprised that you have been evicted from the house? Why do you suppose the house kept, Gus, over you? Is there anything that you would have done differently? Final question, because you are a jury member, without revealing who you are voting for, what will you be basing your jury vote on? Darshan, you were a great houseguest. However, it is now time for you to go to the jury sequester house. You will return here on finale night, where you will vote for this season's winner. Thank you. Double eviction night continues after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, let's get to the live head of household competition. House guests, welcome to the head of household competition. The head of household power is up for grabs. As outgoing head of household, Scott, you are not eligible to compete. House guests, for this competition, our visitors from the Krypton University in England, from the last Power of Veto competition, are still in town. Along with them, knights that traveled with their group, decided to sneak into the Big Brother house. Big Brother is allowing them to stay in the house, on the condition, they help Big Brother, with this competition. House guests, with the exception of the diary room, the entire lower tier of the house, which contain the head of household bedroom, and the rest of the bedrooms. Knights are all around the house. When Big Brother says go, house guests, you will only have a short while, to count all the knights in the house. Once you feel you have counted all the knights, return here, and lock in your answer. House guests, Big Brother will let you know when time is up, but you are free to come back here anytime before time is over, to lock in your answer. The house guest, that is closest to the correct amount of knights, will win, head of household. If there is a tie, we will talk about the tiebreaker situation, should it happens. House guests, do you understand? Alright. Go. House guests, your answers are locked. The correct answer is 96 nights. Dylan, you are the winner of the Head of Household competition. Dylan, please make your nominations, now please. Dylan has nominated Brad and Gus. Coming up, the live Power of Veto competition. Stay tuned. House guests, welcome to the Power of Veto competition. Only 6 house guests will compete. Dylan, the current head of household. Brad, who is nominated for eviction. Gus, who is nominated for eviction. Also, 3 randomly selected house guests will compete as well. They are Miles, Neil, and Scott. House guests, for this competition. You each will play a round of darts. The house guest with the highest score will win the Power of Veto. If there is a tiebreaker round will be played. Brad, your score is 5. Dylan, your score is 5. Gus, your score is 5. Miles, your score is 6. Neil, your score is 3. Scott, your score is 1. Congratulations, Miles. You are the winner of the Power of Veto. House guests, please go to the living room now. Miles, please stand and make your decision. Coming up, we will get to the live eviction. Stay tuned. Houseguests, we don't have any time to waste. Houseguests, shortly, you will all vote either Brad or Gus out of the house. Brad and Gus, this is your final chance to speak with the house. Brad, you are up first. Gus, you are up next. Okay, houseguests. In alphabetical order, you will all go into the diary room and vote to evict live. Dylan, as head of household, you will only vote in the event of a tie. The nominees are not allowed to vote. Chantel, please go to the diary room. Chantel, who do you vote to evict? Miles, who do you vote to evict? Neil, who do you vote to evict? Scott, who do you vote to evict? Houseguests, once I reveal the votes, the evicted houseguest only has a few moments to say their goodbyes, and they must walk out of the front door. By a vote of 3-1, Brad, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Let's hear it for Brad.
Brother, Lucy and you like no other. Listen very close cause I don't like to boast. Instead I tell the tale of the French who prevail through the Mr. Crazy Rabbits who are always on his tail. Rent ain't on sale, your roomie starts to wail. Get caught with stolen goods then you will go to jail. If you go to jail then who will pay the bail? Deport you back to France on a ship with a sail. Escargot.
Brad, are you surprised that you have been evicted from the house? Why do you suppose the house kept Gus over you? Is there anything that you would have done differently? Will you keep in contact with Chantel? Final question, because you are a jury member, without revealing who you are voting for, what will you be basing your jury vote on? Brad, you were a great houseguest. But it is now time for you to go to the jury sequester house. You will return here on finale night, where you will vote for this season's winner. Thank you. Double eviction night is over. Who will be next to leave the Big Brother house? Find out very soon on Big Brother Extreme.